What is good, you guys? Today we have some heat on our hands. Now, this is a pair that's been on my grail list for a long time, and very similarly to these, it was just one of those ones I needed in the collection. I finally found a pair of these for an absolute steal from Equator. I'm going to put up their Instagram right here, but those guys are now my boys because I never thought I would find the shoe, let alone brand new. I mean, this shoe is from 2010. That's 15 years. So the crumble factor on this is real. But I've been holding out on these. I haven't even tried them on since I bought them because I want to do that portion live. So when we get to the on foot with this shoe, that's going to be me and you, no edits, and we are going to see if this shoe crumbles underneath my feet or becomes a staple grail that I can keep in my collection. So without further ado, I am extremely excited to talk to you about the Undefeated Desert Storm New Balance 1500. Starting off with the box, you get that old school New Balance box with the red and black and that pop top lid, and then these come with two additional sets of laces. You get like an infrared red, and then you have like this nice kind of desert brown. And in addition to that, you get this sick desert camo dust bag that has the co-branding there on the bottom in red. And the material on this dust bag is not just your standard cotton. This comes with a really thick tactical material that plays into that entire military theme for the shoe. The toe box is wrapped in that desert tan suede that has that classic New Balance super buttery feel to it, and above that you get this like camel brown that's also buttery, and then you have the Undefeated lace jewel in red at the base of the lacing system. On the lateral side you get the New Balance N embroidered in white and red, and then towards the heel corner you have the 1500 branding in gold, and then on the midsole it has this speckled dirt effect to it, and towards the back you see the New Balance branding and then the end cap technology in this red, white, and blue section. At the top of the heel you get that super buttery camel suede, and then under that you have that little blue piping, and then that giant tan suede panel wraps around the whole bottom, and at the very top you get the New Balance logo embroidered in this bright red, and at the bottom of the midsole you get one more hit of that blue. The medial side mimics the lateral side, and I've given these a little bit of sole separation testing to see if any of that's coming loose, and so far it isn't, and I've kind of given it a little bit of a pressure test just with my finger, and it seems to rebound, but it is a little bit slower, so we'll see what happens later. On the lacing system you get a nice premium khaki flat lace. Also, like I said, it comes with that infrared lace and that brown lace, so you have multiple options. The tongue itself is in that darker brown camel suede, and at the top, embroidered in red and blue, you have the New Balance 1500. Now, one of my favorite details to this shoe is the back of the tongue and the sock liner. Both of those come in that desert camo, and then the insole also is completely decked out with that desert camo, and you get the co-branding at the heel of Undefeated and New Balance in that bright red. And as far as the outsole, everybody pretty much knows what you're getting here. It's completely flat, comes in black, and then you have that really rugged traction pattern. And obviously, as you can see, these are getting pretty dusty. They're oxidizing because of the age, and that's definitely a factor that scares me a little bit about putting these on foot. All right, now as far as sizing and comfort, I did have to go up a full size in these just to get the deal that I found, so we're gonna find out when I try these on how that worked out. These obviously are a very long shoe, but I don't mind having a little bit more room in my shoes, so I think I'm gonna be all right. And if anything, I was thinking going a size up if they're uncomfortable, that way I could add in a more premium insole. But now we're gonna get into the scary part where I actually put these on feet, so hang in there a second, let me adjust my equipment and we'll get right into that. All right, now time for the scary part. I hope that this camera angle is good enough because, like I said, there's not gonna be any edits. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm kinda scared. Just gonna lace these up quick, take a few little steps, see what we got going on here. I'm really hoping that these are good to go, because if they crumble right now, I'm gonna be feeling some type of way. Let me get the slides out of here. All right, let's see what happens. Pressure test on the heel. I can't really see, hopefully you guys can if we got any crumbles going on. Let's give it a rock. Are they getting crunchy? They look all right from my view. Let's see. Really give that a pressure test. trying to really get down on it. Front, I don't know. I got I got more than a toes width from the, so they're a little big, but honestly they're pretty comfortable, not gonna lie. I think I'll keep a size 13 as a backup plan, but I probably would go true to size. But so far they're oh, there it is. God damn. Well, there's your answer to that question, you guys. Ah, shit. Both of them are coming undone. I knew it was going to happen right by that line. Oh, fuck. Alright, I might have to edit out me saying that, but there's your answer. What's going to happen? DS, 15 years. Now I need to find somebody who can do a soul swap. But hey, we lived it together. Me and you. God, that is so upsetting. Look at that. That sucks, bro. Oh, I was so overconfident in the beginning when they were rocking and rolling. Well, that's that. There's not going to be any more on foot images of this, because that's what we're working with. That's what we're working with. Anyways, back to the rest of the video, you guys. Well, we lived it together. This was honestly something I knew was most likely going to happen. I was just kind of delusional or hoping against hope that it wouldn't, but those are our results. So if you got a shoe that's 15 years old, you're probably going to need a sole swap before you go walking around in these. If you guys know anybody who does shoe restorations like that, or if you know anybody with a size 13 1500 they might want to sell, let me know, because obviously I'm in the market for it. This is still one of my grails and I'm sticking to that, so I will be getting these fixed to make sure that these will be in wearable condition, and I'll update you guys when I do. But of course, this is going to wrap up my review on the New Balance Undefeated Desert Storm 1500. If you guys wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, starting a GoFundMe for me to fix these, that'd be awesome. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, so thanks for watching, and remember, life's short, so buy the shoes.